In this video, I am going to provide you with a couple of methods you can use to fix a stairway with treads sloping either backwards or forward, even though I'm only going to provide you with an example of a stairway with the stairs sloping backwards. So let's go ahead and take a look at a stairway that is built correctly and has equal sized risers going all the way up the stairway. So here we can see where we have 7.5-inch risers all the way up to the top with a overall riser height of 4 foot 4.5 inches and level steps. Everything is right on the money. Next up, let's take a look at a stairway where the treads are going to be sloping backwards. And of course, I left the level in the original position so that you could get a better idea how the stairs are sloping. And in order to create the sloping stairway, all I did was took the stairway and angled it down about 1.5 inches. And of course, I'm not about to suggest that this is what your stairway looks like, because this problem can be created a variety of different ways. Now, in the first method I'm going to suggest using would be to simply remove the treads and install some type of a shim or wedge underneath them. And of course, that would look something like this, where you would simply grab a level and put it on top of the riser and then level across to the front of the riser here, make a pencil mark. And in this case, I believe it's about 3/8 of an inch. So you're simply going to cut a wedge. It's going to be this long from basically 0 to 3/8 of an inch. And then of course, you could place them accordingly as needed in the stairway. And then of course, you could use adhesive or some type of glue between the stringer and the bottom of the shim, and then again on top of the shim and underneath the tread to create level steps. However, by raising the back of each step, you could create a problem down here at the bottom. However, before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the new overall height of our stairway, which is about 1.5 inches less than what we started with. And all of the treads have been leveled. And we now have risers that are 7 1/8 inch tall. And this would be all the way up the stairway. Now, another problem you're going to run into with something like this will be the fact that the risers are no longer going to be square. So for example, if the treads were sloping backwards, then you can see here where you're going to have a gap at the top. And if the treads were sloping forward, then you're going to have a gap at the bottom. So again, they're not going to be square. And depending upon how much they're sloping will depend upon how much out of square they're going to be. And of course, that is only one of the problems. The next problem is going to be the very bottom of the stairway. And here you can see where we're almost off 1/2 inch. And again, this could vary from stairway to stairway. So if, for example, someone noticed that there was a gap at the bottom of the front of the stair stringer like we have here, and then went ahead and altered the stair stringer by cutting it level and dropping it down, then you might not have a problem. But of course, this means you would have had a problem to begin with because your bottom riser would have been smaller than the rest of them. But again, let's not rule that out, because you need to be aware of the fact that whether the treads are sloping forward or backwards, and you adjust them with your shims, then you could end up with a problem either at the top or the bottom of the stairway, like we have in this particular stairway. So here, everything is working out at the top. And it should make sense because we have the shim here and it matches the other steps in the stairway, except for at the very bottom here. Now, since this could actually be a problem, I will provide you with a second method, and that will be to use a story pole. And a story pole is simply a piece of lumber that you can cut to match the overall height of the stairway or the total rise of the stairway, and then divide it into the amount of risers for that particular stairway. And in this example, we have 7 risers. So if we divide 7 into 4 foot 2 and 13/16, or 50 inches and 13/16, we will end up with a riser height of about 7 1/4 inches. And if you remember in the previous example, we had 7 1/8 inch risers, but in reality, we need 7 1/4 inch risers. So this is actually another problem, or should I say could be another problem, but Once you have the story pole and you use this method, you're going to create equal size, consistent risers throughout the entire stairway, and that's going to be done by adding or subtracting materials, like you can see here in the top step, where we're going to need to add a little bit of material to the back of the stair step. However, that's not going to be the case for the front of the stair step, where we're going to need to remove about 1/8 of an inch. And this might require you to remove the riser and rip it down 1/8 of an inch. And then you're simply going to work your way down each individual step. And it might even be faster for you to remove all of the risers. But again, that's going to depend upon the problems that you're having with the steps and how much you're going to need to be adding or removing, and how you're going to go about removing the materials. So for example, here you can see where we're going to have to remove some of the stair stringer, and that's exactly what you're going to have to do here. So here you can see where we're going to have to remove almost 1/2 of an inch off of the front and almost 1/4 of an inch off of the back. And of course, this would require you to remove all of the risers and then use a circular saw or another tool to remove some of the lumber from your wood stringers. And if this sounds like a lot of work, then you're absolutely right. However, I did want to provide you with an example of this if you only have a few steps that you need to adjust. However, if you have a longer stairway, then you're probably going to want to remove all of the stringers and then cut them to where each step is going to be the same size and of course level. So with that said, I will end the video here, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and any questions or comments, leave them in the video comment area and I will reply to them as soon as possible.